Most people think a 12-night Panama Canal cruise costs thousands. Well, ours didn't. And in this video, I'll show you our exact flights, our hotel, our cruise costs, and what we actually pay versus retail. I'm Eric from CardsAndComps, where I share ways to travel more often for less using credit card points and casino comps. Stick around for the final cost reveal and a step-by-step guide so you can do this too. So our Panama Canal trip was this year, and we went on Holland America. So this is the first time we ever went on Holland America. However, the way we did that was through a casino match program, and I'll give you the link at the end of the video, exactly how to do it, the form I filled out, the URL you need to go to, and what I presented in order to get the casino match and what they offered me. Anyway, the cruise was great. This is a 12-night cruise. And this map is not perfect. It shows it's going to Curacao, but we actually went to Aruba instead. But everything else is correct. It went to Colombia, which is a new country for me, Costa Rica, and of course it went to Grand Cayman and other places as well. It was a great cruise, and obviously the Panama Canal. Our full itinerary is here. You can see all the places we went. It's really a good cruise. It was 12 days. So it's actually very nice after the 7th day, realizing you still got 5 more days on the cruise. Really enjoyed that. One of the places that we went was Colombia. So I've never been there before. We got off the ship and we went to Port Oasis. Now this is the animal nature park that they have there. It was free. You get off the boat. There is a shuttle that you need to take. With my wife has a wheelchair, so we had to manage that, but that wasn't a big deal. And then was able to get into Port Oasis, which is really cool. We've recorded this. The people that are there will help get some of the animals on you, monkeys and the cockatoos and such. So this is quite interesting. You know, we had a good time, and that was really free. So I was really surprised. It's probably the best nature reserve like this where you actually have contact with animals that I've ever been, and the price obviously is just great and super convenient. So that was really nice. Of course, the main reason why we picked this cruise was the Panama Canal. So I've never been to the Panama Canal, never seen it. This has opportunity to go through the locks, and this is a partial transit. So we went through into the lake and then came back out. One of the things that's unique for this is I did take an excursion in Panama so I could get off the ship in Panama and then see our ship return through the locks. So I got 2 perspectives, one from the ship going in that morning, going through the locks, and the other watching our ship go through. So anyway, I'll share all those pictures with you, but it's really, really cool. This is a view of the locks as they close down. And as we're going, obviously, after a lock closes in, they'll go through and either drain the water down to lower us down to the next level or raise the water up, depending on which way we're going. So pretty cool the whole way how it works. It was fascinating, something I've always wanted to see, and I thought it was super cool. You can see the bridge in the background where we passed into the lake. So that's the ocean side. And we're coming back from this is the rear of the ship looking back as we're going through to the lake. Yeah, very, very cool. So this is me, obviously, from Panama looking onto the ship, and I was able to see it, watch it go through. The excursion took us to Holland, and that's where we rejoined the ship. So it was nice to see the little countryside and driving on the bus through the area as well. And plus, it was a really cool port. When you got there, it had shopping malls and really inexpensive things. If you needed any items at all, that's definitely the place to get it, including they had bars and food and drugstores and everything. So that was really, really cool. And obviously, they had, I think, 2 for $5 beers, which I enjoyed. And of course, these are other pictures of the locks, which is very cool. Anyway, let's get down to the details. I think that's what everybody's really interested in, is how can you do this too? I want everybody to be able to go through and take these trips and make them as affordable as possible. And this is the way I did it. So our flights, we flew from Birmingham to Fort Lauderdale. I used 31,000 Rapid Rewards points. We flew on Southwest. The main reason we did that is because we have a companion pass, and that companion pass allows somebody else to fly with me for just the cost of the taxes and fees, which was $11.20 per person. So since I used points this time for my flight, 31,000 points, it cost a total of $22.40 for our flights. Now, the retail value for that is $434 each, and $868 for both of them. And how I got that number was using 1.4 cents per point. So anyway, Companion Pass, I can't brag on that enough. It's super helpful. I would recommend anybody that's interested in doing it, going through the process of getting both a personal card and a business card. If you're interested in that process, I've got a video that I'll link to here. There's also be a link in the description that goes specifically about earning a Companion Pass. And we'll have specific instructions when we come up probably around November. I don't want to get too into that, but please subscribe and we'll have other videos that are all about the Companion Pass. And there's one that I've already done as well. And also get on the newsletter, because that's where I'm going to have detailed information, and the newsletter links will be in the description of this video. For the pre-cruise hotel, we stayed at the Fairfield Inn and Suites, and I really thought it was a fun hotel. There's no free breakfast or anything, but there is a free shuttle from the airport to the hotel. So that was really nice. From the hotel to the cruise port, it's really close there by the airport, as you may know. We just usually book a Lyft or a Uber, scheduling the pickup in advance. And that's worked out really, really well. Quite often they'll show up 5 or 10 minutes early. So we know exactly when they're going to come. I'll know who the driver is. And that's just worked out really well. And also know what the price is in advance. So that's worked out well. So anyway, that's what we use to go to the cruise port. It's actually cheaper to do that than it is to ride a lot of these shuttles, especially unless you're just one person. If you're going by yourself, maybe getting on one of those shuttles is more cost effective. But otherwise, I'd say Uber or Lyft is definitely the way to go. The retail value for this hotel is probably about $125. We paid $0 because we use the Marriott Bonvoy certificate that comes with the credit card. So right now, the Marriott Bonvoy Boundless card is offering 3 free nights with worth up to 50,000 points each. So that's 150,000 points that you can get in value for that credit card with a bonus. So I'd highly recommend that. There's an affiliate link in the description, and here it is on the screen as well, if you're interested in that card. Now, if you use the affiliate link, that'll help me out. I'll get some points out of it, and you'll get the bonus points as well for doing the credit card. If you have any questions about that credit card or the benefits of it, let me know. It's actually a keeper card because the annual fee, which I think is like $95, you get a certificate, a hotel certificate for at least one night. And in all cases, you're definitely going to get at least $125 to $300 value out of it. That's in addition to the bonus points. Now, the bonus points for 50,000 points, that's a really nice place. So that's something you might want to save up and use. But anyway, I think it's a great card. I think it's a keeper card. I think it's something you should have in your wallet, and you should plan it out for sure. If you have any questions, leave me a comment in the discussion below. Here's the cruise tip cost. So the base fare with the comp offer was $0. I got a list of cruises that were available when I submitted the form, and I'll show you the form at the end of the video. I get a list of all the cruises that are out there, and this is what actually the longest cruise that they offer was a free cruise to the Panama Canal. Now, the Panama Canal, there is port taxes and required fees, and the Panama Canal adds about $500 to what you normally expect on a cruise. So normally you would expect $100, $200, maybe $300 in port fees and taxes, but the Panama Canal changes all that. So add about $500 on top of that. So the port fees and taxes, required fees for this cruise was $740 per person. So whether you're doing it with a casino comp or anything else, it's going to jack up the price of the Panama Canal cruise. So it's just something you got to keep in mind. Now, gratuities for this cruise was $408. which is sort of high, but it's 12 days. And it's 12 days, that's $17 per day per person. So it's something you just have to keep in mind. The crew worked very hard, and I think the value is definitely there, and it's definitely worth it. We did get a $200 onboard credit. We paid $200 down, and that $200 onboard credit was applied to our account. And if you just wait for your gratuities and other things, usually it's not a problem. So there's not you don't definitely want to have onboard credit and leave money on the table. So if you don't prepay your gratuities, that's one way to make sure that onboard credit is used. So I like that. The out-of-pocket total was $844 plus gratuities. So that's per person. The hotel was $0. The airfare was $22. The total for two people was $1,710. And that included the hotel, the airfare, the gratuities, port charges, and taxes, and I guess 13 nights for the trip. So I think that was a good deal. So here's the comparison. So the comparison for the retail value to the actual cost. So you can see $869 was the retail cost for the airfare that we would have to pay, but we actually paid $22. The hotel, it says $200 here, and sometimes it definitely could be that much, but I think $125 is probably more reasonable, and we paid $0. The cruise fare and taxes. So this is based on a very liberal amount of $100 per day per person plus the port fees, $2,700. That may be a little low for that kind of cruise. But anyway, what we paid was $1,480 for that. And then the full price for the gratuities of $408, we actually paid $208 because we got a $200 onboard credit. And there's all the details for it. So let's see. Here's the website that you need to go to get this particular program that we use. It's oceanplayersclub.com, Holland America Match. Now, I'll have a link in the description, so there won't be a problem. There'll also be a link in the newsletter coming up, so if you want to keep that and know about it, it'll always be there. It just has your basic information. You send it through there, and basically it just starts an email reaction where somebody comes back and asks you for maybe additional information. Now, what I supplied, obviously, the basic information and my message, I told them, we get casino offers and such, but they asked for my casino status cards. And what I showed them was my Diamond card from Caesar and my MGM card. Now, in this case here, this is actually, when I gave them the card was already expired, although it was active. And I told them that my Diamond Caesar's was active, but it was expired. But the gold one was legitimately expired, and I was currently not gold on that. And I don't know if they were able to run my numbers or not. Obviously, I just blacked it out for the video. I gave them the actual numbers. There was no problem. They gave me the offers for the cruises, but they did ask me to show them the back of the cards as well. So I did that, and they sent me another email that had just a list of all the available cruises, and they gave me some instructions of how to look them up on Google and pull up each cruise so I could evaluate it. So I think it made the process maybe a little different now because they've done some automation with it. It's probably a lot smoother, but I had to go through and basically pull up each itinerary number and then pull up on the website and then evaluate it from there. So that's what I did. And that's basically all the information there. So if you have any questions, leave a question below. I'll be happy to answer. I love talking about this stuff. I love traveling. I think it's great. And obviously, this is not a cheap cruise on anybody's list because the Panama Canal adds basically $1,000 to the whole cost of it. But if you get in casino comps and such, that certainly makes it easier. So we got a cruise coming up on Celebrity here pretty soon. My wife does not have any casino offers with Celebrity. So we're going to try some experiments with $100 a day just to see how many points she gets and to see if she gets any cruise offers. So something hopefully that we can easily replicate. So it gives everybody a plan. Now, the idea is not to lose $100 a day necessarily, but the idea is at least play through 100, or maybe we'll go through and make it 150 or something similar to that, because I do not anticipate to lose it all, obviously. And then I'm going to be playing some blackjack as well. And I may also add on to that. I really would like to get my status with celebrity increased, especially in the casino. I'm already one level up. I think I'm Onyx level. So I do get free drinks in the casino. And I think everybody gets free drinks in the casino on celebrity, by the way, automatically. And then I do get on my level, I think I get free credit card advances, or I can charge money through the both the slot machine and to the blackjack table to my sell and sign account. So that way I can get double points for that money. So I'll probably put at least a couple of $1,000, 1,000 in the slot machine in the beginning of the week, 1,000 from the table games, and not necessarily spend that money, but definitely I'll have it for that week to play with. But I've got to give this casino a chance with it, and I want to get those offers. And if I can get multiple offers from that, even though if I lose $1,000, I anticipate getting definitely more and more offers in the future. And I think a good rule of thumb is do not have a budget that's greater than the value of the trip that you're on. So that'll be our plan here. I'm not sure what I'm evaluating our celebrity cruise at. It's going to be a 7-day cruise on a veranda, which is fully comped already. So it's probably a $30,000 cruise, and that might be the budget for it, just to make sure we don't go over that. And if that's the case, and I never spend more than what the retail value of that cruise is, or what the market value of that cruise is, then I think that's a winning proposition. So anyway, if you got any questions, leave the comments below. I would appreciate it. And I'll see you at the next video. Thanks.